And as many South Carolina voters get ready to vote absentee by mail, a lingering question is whether you still need a witness signature.
And the court's literally going back and forth from day to day about that requirement. But right now it's not required. But local election officials say it's just best to get your ballot witnessed anyway, just in case. Play it safe.
If you have the opportunity to get that envelope witnessed, get it witnessed, and that way there's no problem. Anybody can be a witness. Your spouses can witness theirs. A friend, relative, or visitor from another county, state, even a country, they can witness that signature, and we're good to go.
And an important reminder, just a few more days to register in South Carolina. Friday is the last day you can do it in person. Now, if you register online, the deadline is this Sunday before midnight. And if you mail in your registration, it must be postmarked by Monday, October 5th.
We're talking You Decide 2020. A huge turnout continues across South Carolina as people head to the polls to vote early. This was Spartanburg County earlier today where the lines were long. Poll workers say they're still busy trying to make the process as smooth as possible. Both voters and elections officials say the high turnout is likely due to all that's happening across the country this year.
It's an emotional election. It really, truly is. And I think that's what's driving it, with the mood in the country, with all the different events happening, with the different groups and so forth, has people saying, well, I'm going to go vote.
The way that our country is right now, it's just very important to get your voice out and be heard.
To me, it feels like there's a lot of things on the line that could change drastically.
And if you're still waiting to get your ballot out in the mail, officials say don't worry. A lot of them went out last Friday. Many still might be on the way. If by chance you don't receive it, you can still vote by showing up to the precinct you're assigned to, and they'll give you a paper provisional ballot. South Carolina voters smashing records from previous elections. More than 1 million ballots already returned across the state. This is about double how many absentee ballots were returned back in 2016. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham facing the toughest election of his career against Democrat Jamie Harrison. Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer sat down one-on-one with each candidate talking about issues impacting voters in the upstate and across South Carolina.
Election day is almost here, and I had the opportunity to ask the candidates for U.S. Senate in South Carolina the same 14 questions. I met with Senator Lindsey Graham in our Fox Carolina studios and traveled to Columbia to meet with Jamie Harrison. The candidates talked about the importance of this election.
Many people believe that the November election is the most important election in the history of our country. Do you agree with this? Why or why not?
I do agree that it is the most important election. Particularly in my lifetime.
The 10 o'clock news presents You Decide 2020 Election Day team coverage.
And votes pouring in for a historic election. President Trump fighting for a second term in the White House against former VP Joe Biden. Battleground states, Georgia and North Carolina, still too close to call at this hour, but we have the latest on their projected victories.
Meanwhile, people across South Carolina and the nation watching one of the most expensive Senate races in history. And we are live with Senator Lindsey Graham and his Democratic opponent tonight, Jamie Harrison, as those results come in through the night.
Plus, vote counting is still underway at this hour, folks. It is going to be a very long night. We have team coverage across the upstate as those numbers continue to be counted right now. All eyes, though, on the presidential race. A live look outside the White House right now, where you can imagine hundreds of President Trump's team poring over numbers and results. Folks, this thing is going to go into the early morning hours. So far, President Trump has Alabama, Arkansas, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Wyoming.
And a live look from Delaware tonight, where Joe Biden's campaign is watching those results as well. The Associated Press just called Colorado for Biden a few minutes ago, along with Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, and the District of Columbia.